How many people do you know that like to tell you their plans before they actually do them? Right? I know so many people who like to talk about a business they want to start, or how they're going to start going to the gym, or how they want to save a bunch of money, or all these other things that sound great, but they don't end up doing them. And I've realized that the most successful people are normally the ones who don't tell you their plans. They just make them happen in silence, and they allow the results to speak for themselves, right? Like, it seems like a lot of people feel like they're not doing anything, or they're not going anywhere or making anything happen unless they share it on social media, or they tell their friends and their coworkers about it. I think probably the biggest one is people say they're going to start going to the gym. I mean, I have friends, I have coworkers, random people I meet. This Monday, I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm gonna really get on my grind, and they stick to it for like a week. Or I'm going to stop drinking, and they stick to it for like a week. Or I'm going to start saving money, and they stick to it for a month, and then they're right back to their old habits. And I think it says so much about someone if they can not only work towards their goals and make them happen, but also doing it in silence, right? Like, how many people do you know that can actually disappear for 6 months and just get on their grind? Whether it's going to the gym, or building a business, or saving up for a new car, or whatever the case is, whatever it is they're working towards. How many people do you know who have actually been able to do that in silence for more than a month? And the people who say things rather than doing them, um, they oftentimes don't follow through with their goals and their words. And then their words become kind of meaningless because they say all the things that they're going to do and they want to do, and, where they're going to be at 6 months from now. And then those 6 months come and go, and they're in the same position they were when they started. And it's like, how can you take someone's word and, genuinely believe it if all they do is talk about their goals and they don't actually make them happen? Um, and just to kind of expand on this, for me personally, I've found that it's a lot easier for me to follow through on my goals if I don't tell anyone versus if I do tell someone, which almost sounds like the opposite of what it should be. Like, you almost feel like if you tell someone about your goals, you're more inclined to achieve them and work towards them because you don't want to seem like your word isn't true. But for me personally, I find more motivation in doing things in silence and allowing people to just realize how much I've changed or what I've built or the things that I've done, rather than telling them about it and then trying to make them happen. I feel more motivated knowing that I'm doing something in silence. And I think the idea of people realizing, that I've achieved my goals without telling anyone what they even were in the first place, I think that's more exciting. And I think people find that attractive. And there's something to be said about someone who can do that. Because again, a lot of people nowadays just talk. They don't actually do. So doing without talking sets you apart. It makes you exceptional. It's not normal. And that's something that I've noticed, and that's something that I strive for. To be honest, no one that I really know knows about this YouTube channel. I'm trying to build this up in silence, um, and hopefully one day it turns into something that I can, use to change people's lives, and hopefully live off of one day, as far, financially speaking. So that would be incredible. But for now, this is just, no one knows about this, man. I'm just doing this in silence, and I appreciate you guys supporting me and keeping me motivated throughout this process. I can't thank you enough, man, especially when you guys like the videos and comment and share your thoughts and opinions. Like, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. So just thank you for that. Um, but back to the point of the video, man, like people crave the unpredictable. It just makes you more attractive. There's more to you. There's more substance if you're able to do things in silence behind the scenes and allow your actions to materialize. And then for people to realize that you've been working on something for 6 months to a year and you didn't tell anyone about it, you set yourself apart from the pack. You become exceptional. You become interesting. You become attractive. And I would encourage all of you guys to do this. Like, start going to the gym, but don't tell anyone about it. Start a business, don't tell anyone about it. Start a YouTube channel, don't tell anyone about it. Start working a second job at nights or on the weekends, and don't tell anyone about it. And do this for 6 months. And I guarantee your life will improve. Even if no one knows about it in 6 months, you'll still be in better shape. You'll have more money. You might have a totally another income if you're starting a business or a side hustle. Like, there's nothing bad that can come out of this. You're just improving your life. You're becoming better, and you're doing it in silence, and you only have yourself to answer to. And I found great success in this, and I think you guys should give it a try too. And in whatever aspect it is you're trying to improve, give this a try. Start improving your life and do it in silence. Don't tell anyone about it. And I think that, I think this shows that you don't need validation, and that it shows you know how to delay pleasure and gratification. And again, even if no one else notices, you'll feel better about yourself knowing that you've stuck with something for a while and you didn't need, approval or gratification from anyone else on this. It's just you. You're doing this for you. So I think, what's the overall lesson here? Well, I think the lesson is to stop telling your people your plans and to just start working on them in silence and allow others to find out about your goals and your aspirations and the things you've achieved naturally. Just work in silence and allow others to find out what it is you're doing naturally, whether that's going to the gym for 6 months and someone saying, "Holy shit, dude, you've been going to the gym?" And you're like, "Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have been." Or starting a YouTube channel and it comes across their For You page and they're like, "Holy shit, dude, you started a YouTube channel?" And you're like, "Yeah, I've been doing this for 2 years." And you know finally it's starting to come across some people's YouTube For You pages. I don't know, just a couple examples, but allowing people to find out naturally versus telling them, I think it's a much better recipe for success rather than telling a bunch of people your plans and then trying to make them happen. um, so that's it. That's all I really got for you guys today. Not too long of a video. I just wanted to kind of talk about how I approach my goals and my aspirations. I've learned to not tell people about it, to rather just work on them in silence and let others find out. At the end of the day, it's out of your control if and when they find out, but it doesn't really matter to you because you're just so locked in and focused on your goals and you're just making shit happen. So that's what I would recommend to you guys is, just work on your goals in silence, man. Don't feel the need to tell anyone. You don't need anyone else's, approval or gratification or justification or anything along those lines. Just do it for yourself. Do it to improve your life. And I think you'll be happy with where your life's at in 6 months to a year to 10 years from now. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. I appreciate you checking in. As always, if you're new here, I post all kinds of content about personal finance, life experiences, really just anything I feel like talking about. I throw it over some gameplay. If you like this kind of content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I post every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and then on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So as I mentioned, if you like this kind of content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.